Hey everybody, it's Natalie from Power Moon Tarot. I am recording this reading in the middle of a thunderstorm, so hopefully it will add to the mystery and to the mayhem. Okay, today's reading is called Jealous Hater Coworkers Who Deserve Nothing But the Worst. Okay, and I think we've all experienced that in life, working with people with, attitude problems for no reason, people that just get under our skin, and we can tell that that person is just a hater. Okay, so we're gonna look at your reading, and we'll also get initials at the end of every reading, so stick around too. And if you see the initials of this person represented in the reading, then you know you've got your pile. Your initials are their initials, okay? And with the three piles, we have pile number 1, which is represented by Hekate here, this Hekate card. Pile number 2 is the Sphinx. If you're feeling Egyptian or the Egyptian vibes tonight, you can choose pile number 2, which is the Sphinx. And for pile number 3, we have Goddess Kali. So if you're feeling in a Kali type of a mood today, you can choose pile number 3. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and put the piles aside here, and you can go directly to the timestamps below to choose your pile. And let's go ahead and begin the reading. Okay, let's do it. Hello to my lovelies who chose pile number 1. You chose Hekate. And today's reading is called Jealous Hater Coworkers Who Deserve Nothing But the Worst, okay? So we're gonna see what's going on in your workplace right now, and we are going to see what it is that you should do about it, or what's the best course of action for you. And because some people just make life miserable and we don't need to put up with it. Sometimes the best idea is just to ignore it and move on. But we'll take a look and see what the options are here. We'll see what you can get away with. Wink, wink, pile number 1, okay? And we will go ahead and get letters if you're wondering who it is, or you can just tell that someone has a weird vibe on you. Then we are going to get initials at the end of the reading, so stick around to find out. Oh, look, on the bottom of the deck is the devil. So already people hating away, pile number 1, with the jealous haters not wanting to see you move forward. And just as I said that, look, there's the Chariot on the bottom of the deck with the devil, not wanting you to move forward, trying to stop your progress, okay? And let's go ahead and see here. And on this Hekate card, it says illumination. All right, so this person may not know that you know, but I also think that's a very powerful position to be in, where somebody thinks that you don't know what you actually know, and you can kind of, play your angle from that side. So let's go ahead for my pile number 1s, and we'll do the tarot cards first. We have the World. You're somebody who has accomplished a lot, pile number 1. You get the job done, no frills, no, you just get it done. And at the end of the day, I think you come off as serious and accomplished at work. And I feel like there are people that are trying to replicate what you do. They may be trying to poke holes in your work as well, but I don't think it's gonna work, pile number 1, okay? Because whatever you're doing at your job is airtight, and you're following the rules, and you're following what should be done. And these people are trying to take shortcuts and get away with it. And I just feel like they're not gonna get away with it, and so they're trying to stop you, okay? So we have here home. Some of you may work from home, all right? Or you just may wanna go home. We have fire, okay? So fire in the hole over here, or fire in the home. And yeah, somebody may be afraid of getting fired as well. And somebody at your job, if you are like, yeah, I know this person tried to get me fired. I know that they're trying to get a reaction out of me. I know they're trying to, I feel some of these people may be trying to call attention to like your schedule or your routine. For those of you that work part-time at home or work part-time in the office, or you know, sometimes are in office or out of office, I feel like this person could be trying to draw attention to the schedule, the timing, to these types of things. But I think the work that you're doing is airtight, so there's not really anything that they can poke holes in. And I mean, I feel like you're in the zone, pile number one, with home and fire. Like whatever it is that you do, you are in the zone. And you do what you do very, very well. You can say Hekate here, she has like 2 flames in her hand, and then her hair is like made up of this massive flame. Okay, so I mean, yeah, I feel like there's not a lot that whoever can do to stop you, pile number one. Let's get the rest of the cards here. We have some advice from the book, The Art of War. It says, in all fighting, the direct method may be used for joining battle, but indirect methods will be needed in order to secure victory. Okay, so indirect methods in order to secure victory. And this is like, keep the home fires burning, right? Keep doing what you do very, very well. We have here reason over power. Okay, in an argument, the most determined, loudest, or nastiest contestant may win, with little reason involved. To use influence over power to win is harder. And I feel like that's what you do. And you are a person who knows how to influence, pile number one, without dragging yourself down to a level that's very unbecoming of an adult, honestly, you know. And when we have the world and the devil, so it's interesting because the devil represents Capricorn, which is ruled by Saturn, and the world card is represented by Saturn itself as a planet. So we have Saturn versus Saturn here, but we have you acting as the higher principles of Saturn as the world card, being very like reason over nastiness. And I also just feel like you really annoy this person because they can't poke holes at you and they can't get a reaction from you. And I feel like if they try to come at you, like, you're okay. I feel like you guys are actually okay with confrontation, but I also just feel like your feathers are not ruffled that easily. And I also feel like you're highly protected and people really like you. And I feel like your position is very crystallized where you're at, which is a Saturn word. So, you know, you're in your zone, you're in your element. We have home and fire here. So you're like in your zone. You don't really like, you know, I don't know. It's interesting, pile number one. Some highly skilled, okay, someone highly skilled at using indirect methods will win without their adversary even knowing there was a fight. Oh my God. Wow. And this is where you like outsmart your enemies, right? You win. Someone who is highly skilled, like you are, pile number one, will win without their adversary even knowing there was a fight in the first place. To do this, you need to understand the situation better than the others to get reason into play. So if you understand the situation better than the others, and that may be part of the reason why they're pissed off, is because the power that you hold is the power of reason and the power of discipline. And I feel like they want that, but, you know, and I mean, reason is attainable by everyone if they are mature enough and disciplined enough to reason through things, okay? And I feel like this person gets mad because, and I actually feel with the Knight of Swords here, they, you know, they may try to like rush into things or make decisions quickly, but I feel like it ends up like they just can't. And I feel like this person may have a mouth on them too, and they may be very erratic at times. And I just feel like when it comes to like measured actions and doing things appropriately, I feel like this person can't hold a candle to you. Pile number one. We have Pluto and transformation. Wow. Reason over power, okay? So this person trying to like overpower you when you're in your element, this person trying to like shake your foundation and make you feel like, you know, you don't have any power, or trying to make you second guess yourself over here, okay? But I also think that this is a card about using, this is a reading about using your power wisely, pile number one, okay? And one of your greatest powers and strength, I think, is your ability to stay in like a space of stoic non-reaction and stay like keyed into your principles and not fall into power struggles, okay? We have Virgo, okay? So somebody here may have Pluto in Virgo, which of course is gonna be people in their like late 40s and 50s and stuff like that. Some of you here may have Pluto in Virgo, okay? But we may also have a Virgo involved in this. And yeah, I mean, I feel some of you could be Virgos with fire in your charts. You may have a heavy Saturn energy. I mean, I pity the fool that's trying to go up against pile number one, because I feel like you guys, you know, you guys won't be played. I'll tell you that much, pile number one, all right? And I'm sure that you guys have a way of really shutting people down too. And when you get the combination of Saturn and Pluto, you find like a very hard-working, you know, balls to the wall type of an energy, okay? And we have here, we have the 7th house in relationships, okay? So needing to kind of, and it says digest on this card here. So there may be like alliances or business partnerships or other people involved that you need to consider. Also, some of you here could just have a Virgo on your mind that you used to be in a relationship with, or you are in a relationship with as well. Like you got to keep the home fires burning. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like if you guys are trying to work on your partnership, or you're trying to like work on some things that have happened relationship wise, or with Hekate here, your relationship has been at a cross, you know, at the crossroads, and things have been changing in some of your relationships, you know, outside of work, just in general. I feel like, you know, you don't have extra energy to kind of give to these low vibrational bitches, because you got other things that you have other concerns, you know, and you're busy, all right? With Virgo here, I feel like you guys are very busy and you have a lot on your plate. And I feel like some of you may do the job of like 3 people, or you may do the job of 2 people, okay? And yeah, so I don't know what these other people are trying to prove. I think you're almost too busy to care. I don't think you really need to like, you know, waste your time. And I think like there could have been some things said as well. Like I also feel somebody could have gotten a little too comfortable around you and said things to you that you didn't appreciate, causing your opinion about this person to really change. And maybe some of you have needed some time to like digest what was said, okay? But I just feel like whatever it is that you're doing, it's really good work, and it's really like flawless, and it's very well done, pile number one. So I don't think you need to worry, okay? And some of you may be going through some type of like, you know, new beginning here with fire. Fire is the first element. So you may be going through like some type of a promotion process or some type of up leveling in your career. And, you know, possibly like where you really felt at home, you're learning new skills and you're learning to do new things, okay? But there's gonna be, perhaps you got very good at something and it's time for you to form new alliances and do other things at your job, okay? But either way, like, you know, I just get the feeling that your life is too busy and you have too much going on to really care what these people think. And I think the way you're handling it is fine, honestly. You know, I mean, I would say if you're finding yourself in a reactionary mode, or you're finding yourself wanting to fire back at this person. I feel like remaining stoic and calculated with Virgo here and biding your time and then striking when the iron is hot is an appropriate reaction. We have the marrying maiden, and look at this girl with the chains all around her here. And then we have resoluteness. Okay, so the marrying maiden is a compromising situation, subordination, okay, probably insubordination. All right, if people have been behaving really bad towards you, pile number one, or being very insubordinate to you, I mean, a compromising situation, or someone accused you of insubordination, yeah, that's not going to happen. Succumbing to seduction, manipulation, and low self-esteem. Okay, so this person has low self-esteem. They're coming up as the devil here, pile number one, okay? There's also Capricorn and Cancer energy here with the Chariot and the Devil. Now, if this person is trying to manipulate a situation and trying to overpower you, and you need some time to sit back and think about it, I just want you to know that the reason this person is doing this is because they have very, very low self-esteem, and this is how they act when they feel threatened or they feel that their hands are tied, okay? So it's not a great thing. And this person may be jealous of your life. They may be jealous of your partner or the life that you have or the situation that you have as well. Like, they just need to get out of your business. I don't know why they're so up in your business, and why they think just because you live your life a certain way, it takes away from the way they could be living their life. We have here, and honestly, these people are boring me, pile number one. They are really, really boring me at this point. And I feel like these people are just straight up tedious, okay? And when you see them with the Devil and the Chariot, you just may want to go the other direction. Just leave, just go home, just walk in the other direction, okay? Your work situation may be changing. Some of you may be wanting to work from home with Pluto and home here. Some of you may be changing up your home. You just have a lot going on. I don't really think you need all this, okay? And we have here resoluteness, determination, no compromising, unwavering focus. Yeah, I feel like this is you guys, okay? And I'm seeing somebody wearing some gold hoop earrings. All right, I'm seeing like brown colored skin or browner skin, perhaps like Asian or like Indonesian, or I'm trying to think, Puerto Rican is another one that I'm getting, the Dominican Republic, for those of you that know people like that at work. But I'm seeing somebody who likes to wear orange, or who likes to wear orange colors, or has gold hoop earrings, okay? And I just feel like it's like determination, no compromises, right? With the World card here, it's determination, no compromises, unwavering focus, integrity, a test of character, okay? So these people trying to test you, trying to test your inner resolve, trying to test your integrity, okay? And for some of you with this Virgo card here, it may have resulted in some self-examination where you're really looking at yourself and you're looking at, you know, how you are. In the 7th house in astrology just isn't like relationships. I mean, primarily it is. And you guys may have big relationship things going on right now too, where you don't want to give up on something. But I also feel the 7th house is also in astrology the house of open enemies, okay? It has an opposition relationship to the ascendant, and so planets in the 7th house could also represent, you know, the character of which our open enemies are, or the ruler of the 7th house, okay? Or we import characteristics from other houses into the 7th house, which tell us about people that could possibly show up as an open enemy, like an enemy that we are aware of, okay? So I also think you guys are very aware with this 7th house and Hekate and illumination. I think you're very aware of these people or of this person. There could be up to 2 people here with the devil. Like, I think you're very aware, and I think your status of resoluteness and stoicism and non-reaction is the way to go, okay? And these people may try to manipulate the situation, but I just think it's not gonna work because whatever you're doing is airtight, okay? So as they say, pile number 1, keep it right, keep it tight, all right? And no compromises, no succumbing to anything. This really has been a test of your maturity and a test of your character. And for some of you here, I feel like it's almost over, okay? Whatever it is that's been going on here, it's been a test of your character and you're getting through it. You're passing the test, okay? So let's go ahead and get some initials for my pile number 1s and see. Let's get some confirmation on who this might be, all right? Let's get some confirmation here. Okay, first letter out is an E. If you see your initials, their initials, then we have an F. Effie. Isn't that like a British name? Effie, Effy or something? We have a J. Jeff. Oh my God. Are some of you with a Virgo named Jeff? What do you got going on? Maybe some of you here with this marrying maiden, I feel some of you could have a love situation going on here too, and it's creeping up in this reading about somebody a situation that's over, or a situation that you're trying to decide what to do with here, or you feel some level of feeling trapped, or you think it's over but you're not sure. All right, is Jeff the marrying type or what? Pile number 1. Jess, oh my God, okay. Jess, Jeff and Jess. What is going on? All right. We have an eye for an eye, right? An eye for an eye. All right, the thunder rolls. The thunder is going on right now. I love doing readings when it's like thundering. It just really sets the mood. It's very witchy. Anyway, it's very Hekate of you to have the thunder rolling in your reading, pile number 1. Let's go ahead and see. As Garth Brooks would say, the thunder rolls, okay? Maybe I'll do a reading called that. But anyway, let's go ahead and see what else we have here. We have a B, okay? A BJ. Oh, we have IBS. So somebody here could have IBS, and actually, one second, pile number 1. I gotta check on something. Okay. My bad, like a ghost, no ghost came. It was my boyfriend, but I was like, he's really home early and it's storming. And like all of a sudden I heard the rain, or I heard the door open downstairs and I was like, what's that? A little surprising, a little scary in the middle of a thunderstorm. But anyway, we're setting the mood. IBS, okay? With Virgo, that could very well be true. Something that because Virgo rules over the intestines, something that's got you really upset, or something that has been very upsetting, okay? We also have beef, beef, okay? Maybe you've been eating too much meat and it's giving you IBS or something, but it's like, I also feel it's like you and this person have beef with each other. I got beef with this person, okay? We've got a Q here. A Q, we have an N, sin, okay, sin, Snef, I don't know, I'm like, Snef, what, Jen or Jens, okay, there could be somebody named Jen or Jenny or Jennifer or something here too. I'm also seeing Jason and Jocelyn here too. Okay, the word sin is coming up. Somebody here, okay, somebody could be like very religious and judging you about the life that you're living, or saying that you're living in sin or some type of thing like that. We have a C here. Okay. I was like, if we have a T and an H, you know what we're going to have is a B-I-T-C-H. Anyway. Ay. Let's see. Anything else I'm seeing here? Let's get 2 more and then we'll be done with your letters. Thanks again and sorry about the interruption. Okay. All right. 2 more. 2 more here for pile number 2. We have a K, kiss, K-I-S-S. Okay, so there's clearly somebody trying to reach out to you in this reading to give you a kiss and telling you that you're fire. Pile number 1, somebody is thinking about you, okay? We have kick, K-I-C-K, all right? Kick rocks to these people, all right? Kickback, all right? Somebody could be accusing someone of getting a kickback or taking a bribe or something. There's something here about a kickback, or doing something unethical or trying to manipulate a situation. That's pretty bad. Okay, I'm also seeing something here about Facebook, FCBK, so there could be something going on, like a lie or something like that. Pile number 1. Anyway, you don't need that. Here is an MF. Anyway, motherfucker. Kim, we have Kim here, K-I-M. Okay, back home. I'm getting like back home, or somebody needing to go back home, all right? And if we have a D, we would have kids, like needing to check on the kids or do something like that as well. Like somebody could have been trying to get you in trouble, okay? Interesting. So that is what I am getting for you, my pile. Oh, we have femme, F-E-M, as in feminine or woman, okay? And I'm gonna go, oh, we have sick, S-I-C-K, sick. I'm seeing like a sick mom or somebody who hasn't been feeling well, or whose tummy hasn't been feeling well. Maybe you've needed to stay at home because of that, pile number 1. And, you know, it's just, yeah, you don't need to put up with that. Okay, pile number 1, especially if you're not feeling well. And if you haven't been feeling well, my loves, I hope you start to get to feeling better soon. And this is the last thing you need when you're dealing with getting well and getting back on your feet. So many blessings to you, my pile number 1s. I'd love to hear your comments on the reading and what you thought about that. So thank you so much, my friends, and take care. Let's move on to pile number 2. Okay. Let's do it. Pile number 2, welcome to your reading. You chose the Sphinx. Ooh la la. And on this card, it says gratification. And when I chose this card as one of the cards for pile number 2, I was really thinking about you guys like being really amazing with strategy and holding your cards close to your chest and not really telling people what's going on with you. And also just thought about like you guys being extremely clever or extremely smart, and people not able to like one up on you or get one over on you. And I also feel like you guys are gonna see these people get what they deserve. And I think you're gonna be very happy when that happens, okay? I'm also seeing Libra and Scorpio here too. And I just think you guys are gonna be very, very happy. Some of you may have cats that you really love. She's holding like a shaved cat or a hairless cat, but some of you here may really like cats. But I just feel like you're going to be really happy when you see the result of this situation if you just sit back and kind of wait it out and don't let it get under your skin, okay? Yeah, there's the Seven of Swords here. I feel like you guys have a couple sneaky tricks under your skin as well, or up your sleeve as well, all right? And let's go ahead. I love the eyes. I mean, people should be a little bit afraid of you. I feel pile number 2, because if looks could kill, I feel like, you know, there's those like daggers in your eyes, and I feel like you guys are almost like, bring it on. This is gonna be fun. So let's see what else we have here. We have the 9 of Cups. All right, yeah, bring it on. This is gonna be fun. And we have knowledge. Okay. So you guys being seen as like a very valuable member at your workplace, being seen as bringing a lot of positivity and a lot of knowledge, okay? And there could be people who are very jealous because you seem like super happy and you seem very outgoing, or you seem very much like you enjoy what you do and you have a good handle on it and you're very lucky. I feel like some of you maybe take some calculated risks, or if you're out there meeting clients, or if you're out there meeting customers, I feel like some of you know your product that you're selling, or you know what you're working on very well inside and out. And because of that, you may attract a lot of attention, or you may, for those of you that are in any type of sales, I feel like not only do you have like the people side, or you have the skills, like the people skills, but you also have the knowledge as well, which is a very, you know, strong combination, okay? Let's see what else we have here. We have growth. Wow, you guys have really grown so much, you know, and I feel like, wow, look at this. Look at the growth, the knowledge and the growth. I feel some of you here with the 9 of Cups, you could be celebrating something. Perhaps you finished a training, or you finished an education, or you've really put a lot of, you've gone to night school, or you've gone to school while you're on the job, or you've taken on extra things, and you could really be like celebrating a win. And I feel like it could really be getting under people's skin because of that, and you may know that. And all you need to do is sit back and watch pile number 2, like watch these people like scramble, watch them. I mean, the easiest thing they could do is just be happy for you and congratulate you. Like with the 9 of Cups, we don't need to make everything so complicated. It's a pretty straightforward card. And it represents Jupiter and Pisces. Jupiter just went through Pisces last year, and some of you here could have experienced, you know, some moving up in your career. You could have had some really strong Jupiter benefits where you were getting a promotion, or you were making more money, or you have a really great achievement that you're celebrating, okay? And, you know, I almost get a sense that you guys like to see these people squirm, or you like to, you know, put them on notice, or there's something funny about watching them pretend to kind of like be your friend, or suck up to you, or be nice to you, or like fake congratulate you with this 7 of Swords here. And you're just like, I see right through it. Anyway, file number 2, you guys are funny. We have here, this is from the Art of War. It says, he will win who prepared himself, waits to take the enemy unprepared. Isn't that very Sphinx-like? Like you guys with a smile on your face, but, you know, ready to plunge the knife if they look at you sideways or look at you the wrong way. He will win who has prepared himself or herself. And I think you guys have really prepared yourself with the knowledge and the growth that you've been seeking, and it shows. And these people may, you know, the 9 of Cups is kind of like, I like the 9 of Cups, but it's a little bit of a simpleton type of card. And perhaps people underestimated you, pile number 2, and they had no idea that you were doing things behind the scenes in order to further your growth and your potential. And when people find out that, like, yeah, you are a nice person, or there is this very, like, maybe even sweet or even a little bit naive quality that you may project at times, pile number 2, underneath that, lies a person who is clearly extremely knowledgeable and calculating about what they're saying and doing, which I love a lot. I love that for you, pile number 2. And you're about ready to take the enemy unprepared. For the people that underestimated you, or people who thought that, like, when you started working at the company that you sucked or you would suck, or, you know, maybe they thought, oh, you know, pile number 2 isn't a threat, you know, like they're just like really nice or cool, or they don't, like, you know, they're not going to rise to the top or anything like that. I think, like, it's like, get ready to get ready to put your crown on, pile number 2, and take your walk to the top, my darlings. We have here, preparation is power. Okay. And, you know, luck is where preparation and opportunity meet. And I think that's really clear between the 9 of Cups and knowledge and growth, okay? Preparation is power. Whatever you do in life, it is essential to make a plan. All plans should begin with a careful assessment, yes, Sphinx, of all the circumstances involved, like a riddle, like a puzzle. The point of this is the information this process will give you, this careful assessment. Ask around, get help from the appropriate people. I feel like you guys did that. And I feel like some people might have, like, snickered at you or judged you, especially if they were older with the company or, like, more comfortable, you know. And I feel like these people are now going to be shaking and shitting in their boots, pile number 2. I don't know why I just said that. I was looking at the boots on the 7 of Swords. But anyway, ask around, get help from the appropriate people. I feel like you have done that. Like with the 9 of Cups, you do have that side to you where you can ask around and get help. And you can arm yourself with the relevant intel. Yeah, knowledge and growth. Knowledge is power. Arming yourself with the relevant intel will allow you to alter your plans accordingly as necessary. Okay, and some of you could be, like, preparing to make a move. Maybe some of you are preparing to leave the company and nobody knows, and you've just got this really, like, you know, I mean, nobody can see what's behind the curtain in the 9 of Cups. You've got the 9 of Cups and you've got the person sitting there, but what is underneath that curtain, you know? Only you know, pile number 2. Only you know the final reveal. And I feel like it's going to be good because I feel like you've been doing this, you know? Anyway, ooh, we have the 8th house and endings and beginnings. So some of you may be planning to leave where you're at and say, you know, like, it's been real and I'm out. See you later, suckers. You know? Anyway, we have card 32 here. We have 34 and 32. So I feel like, you know, over the last couple of years, you guys have really been gaining in your knowledge. But I also feel there were times when people were very rude to you, where they were very, like, jealous, where they were very mean, where they looked at you and thought, oh, pile number 2 isn't going to last that long. Like, they're not going to last that long with the company. Like, they don't really know what they're doing. And, you know, the thing is they have no idea that you've just been sharpening your claws in the background and that you're about ready to pounce. It kind of reminds me of Dr. Evil a little bit from Austin Powers. Are you guys over here, you know, in your Dr. Evil attire, getting ready to, like, drop it on these people, to drop it like it's hot on these people over here? Okay. Oh, yeah. I mean, these people thinking that their position is impenetrable and, you know, like, ha ha ha, this type of thing. And, like, purposely not sharing information with you, or when you ask them things, purposely, like, leading you astray, and then, you know, talking crap behind your back, like very juvenile behavior, pile number 2, frankly. And I feel like you just took matters into your own hands and made it happen for yourself. We have the 11th house in community with the 8th house. So you may feel like, you know, because the 11th house has to do with our social network and our friends, okay? And I feel like, you know, you tried to kind of, like, get to know certain people at this organization, or you tried to reach out a helping hand. or you tried to ask for help. And I feel like there were some people, maybe some of the old timers or the older people there, that are threatened by you, okay? And I'm seeing a piggy bank on this 8th house. And I feel like some of you may leave or consider leaving or going somewhere else where you can make more money. I'm seeing a B and a G here. Okay, I'm also seeing a C, B, C, which may be the name of a company or an initial. I'm seeing a dolphin, and I'm also seeing a piggy bank, okay? And look at that, it's so interesting because the Sphinx is actually on this card here, which is very interesting. I mean, that was obviously not planned, but things have a way, like life is a mystery, and as Madonna would say, life is a mystery. You know, sometimes we have to stand alone. Life is a mystery, right? I hear you call my name and it feels like home, okay? I feel like some of you may be thinking about, if for those of you that worked at places where they were paying for your education or they were providing some critical on-the-job training, I feel like if people continue to treat you this way, I also feel like some people could have really iced you out from the group or the community, and may have made you feel like you don't belong, and made you feel like you're the odd man out or the odd woman out, okay? And I feel like somebody here is pulling strings and trying to kind of keep you out of the community or trying to keep you on the fringes, okay? But I feel like some of you here, you just took matters into your own hand. I feel like there are people here that are trying to keep you away from other people liking you, because you do have a lot of knowledge at this point. You are a fresh, positive energy with the 9 of Cups on the scene, and you're more than prepared to do a really great job. And I feel like that's extremely threatening to these people who want to try to force you out or keep you on the fringes. I also feel like some of you are like, oh no, I'm not going anywhere. My ass is sitting right here and watching this whole thing unfold, okay? And I hope none of you lost friends in the process. That would be very sad. With the 11th house and the 8th house, there may be an ending, but every ending is a new beginning, right? And I feel like if you were not able to gel with these people, there will be other people that you gel with, and that's fine. We have the 1st house and arrival. It just reminds me of that song by, I think it's Christina Aguilera, where she's like, be prepared for my arrival. Anyway, I'm gonna get nasty, be prepared for my arrival, or whatever that song was from back in the day. But anyway, pile number 2, you're on the scene, okay? And there's no denying it. These people may try to ice you out. They may try to keep people away from you or keep the resources that you need away from you, okay? They may try to mess with you and your friend group at work. They are gonna try, but I just feel at the end of the day, you're blossoming. And I can see all the beautiful, you're plugged in now, pile number 1, and you're or pile number 2, and you're far more knowledgeable. And I feel like for those of you that are on a journey of growth with your career and your learning, I feel like, give it in the next 5 years, okay, you've already come a long way, baby. But I feel even in the next 5 years, you're gonna become even more epic. And some of these people may run into you again, and you may be their boss someday, okay? And that happens sometimes. I mean, these people better be careful of who they're messing with and who they're talking to, because I feel you guys have the ability to you've been going through a rough spot with this 8th house, and some of you may have left a job and come into a totally new thing where you had to do all this learning and training, okay? And I feel like you will build your network with this 11th house here, and I feel like at some point within the next 5 years, you guys are really going to be even more dialed in to what you're doing. And you may end up, who knows what could happen in the next like 3 to 5 years, like I feel some of you here could actually like really step into a power position. And you never know, like it's a small world. Like these people need to be careful of how because I feel you guys are like way more determined and way more intelligent than people give you credit for at times, okay? But they're gonna be real shocked to find out, hey, I'm not going anywhere. I'm actually gonna like take this over, okay? So good for you. We have prosperity here. I like this a lot. This says wealth, good fortune. Yes, bring on the money. Success. Wow. Express gratitude by supporting others. And I feel like, that's something you guys are going to be very good at. This Nine of Cups is very much an energy of generosity and creating good karma through generosity and expressing gratitude by supporting other people, okay? And I feel like these people you were dealing with, they're very bad at that. They're not good because they're very petty. I feel pile number 2. They're not good at, expressing gratitude and supporting others. And they're just not very like wise or aligned, okay? And I feel like these people make a lot of dumb decisions and it's gonna come back and bite them, because I just feel like they're not really prepared for someone like you, pile number 2, okay? Because you do have a side to you that can be very calculating and, very like politically savvy, I feel, pile number 2. And I think it's a good idea to keep that side of you like hidden. I think use it as a way to, like we said, preparation is power. And the people you meet and the knowledge you acquire is going to really set you up for prosperity. And I think this phase of, endings and new beginnings is going to, this 8th house phase of challenge is going to subside. And I think at the end of the day, you're coming out on top, okay? I love a good comeback story, pile number 2. Good for you. Let's get some initials and see what is going on. And some of these people that are messing around, you may be substantially younger than them, or they may be 10 years older than you. There may even be people in their 40s or their 50s that are like messing with you. And I don't appreciate it. So you can point them in my direction, pile number 2, because I'll give them a stern talking to. Let's see here. For letters, we have an S, Sphinx. Yeah, right away. We have a D, all right? R, Satyr, okay? Satyr. Dr. S, okay? Somebody here could be a doctor or in some type of medical profession, knowledge and growth, or learning new things in this type of profession. Somebody who works in some type of office with doctors in them, okay? And here's an M, murders. The 8th house, right? MRDS. Ooh, you guys mean business. Pile number 2. I like it, okay? Mr. DS. I also feel like there could be a dentist or somebody who works for a dentist, okay? But Mr. D or Mr. S, okay? And anyway, that's very interesting. Let's see what else we have here. I feel like we could also have Aries. We're just missing the A for Ram, but there could be some Aries here. We have a G. I mentioned a G earlier. I saw a G, didn't I? Yeah. N. Here's an N. Here's an N. Let's see. We have a P, PNG, ping. Maybe someone sent you a message or sent you something and you're like, yeah, I'm going to keep that information to myself. I'm going to put that in my back pocket and use it for later, okay? I like your strategic reaction to things underneath it. You're like a smiling face, but strategically you're planning your next move. I do love that in a person, okay? Let's see what else. I'm seeing the name Dan here too. I'm also seeing RIP, like rest in peace to like some people here. We have a B. Yeah, I was saying G and B earlier, so there it is. Bump. I feel like you guys are getting a bump or you're getting an increase on something. We have an H. We have a U. Hun, H-U-N. Okay, hump, H-U-M-P. I feel like you guys are over the hump, you know, like you're getting over a difficult hump and you're gonna be just fine, okay? And you guys may have felt like I need to hurry or I need to do something here, but I think you're doing just fine, okay? We have a W. Okay, I also feel like the word human, we're just missing the A, but human could be here. And, you know, I feel like some of these people just really didn't treat you in a very humane way. Like there's a way to treat people, you know, and we have run. We also have rum here, okay, and rug, R-U-G, rug. Dung, okay, dung. And anyway, yeah, we have numb, okay? I feel like we have the word sigh and numb, you know, and I feel like you guys really have gone through a difficult time with this 8th house here. But I feel like you've been doing so well to turn this all around for yourself, okay? We have a Y here, a Y. Okay, a Y. Let's see. And then we have a Z, a Z. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. Pile number 2 for the letters. And dream, D-R-M, dream. I feel like, you know, Spirit wants you to be happy, H-A-P-P-Y, about your dreams, because I feel like your dreams are going to be coming true. And maybe MBY is on the bottom here. Like, I feel like maybe some of you were like, well, maybe, or I don't know. You know, I feel like your dreams are going to be fine, pile number 2. And I feel like some of you are going to be celebrating, you know, like celebrating something. We have sung here. Okay, maybe some of you like to sing, or there's going to be people that are like singing your praises or having really great things to say about you. Because I feel like for a while you could have had sad dreams, or you could have felt like, well, that's the end of that. I guess it's not going to work, you know? And I just feel like you're coming out of that phase, okay? So be really proud of yourself, pile number 2. I think you're doing a great job, my friends. And, you know, screw the haters. We didn't need them anyway. You know what I'm saying, pile number 2? So thank you so much. I'd love to hear your thoughts, your comments, and your feedback as well. And thank you for being here for your reading. Take care, pile number 2. Let's move on to pile number 3. Okay. Let's go ahead and do it. All right. Pile number 3, welcome to your reading. You chose Kali, the goddess, the destroyer. All right, so welcome in pile number 3. On this card, it says Kali, but it says love. Okay, so what's that old song from back in the day? Love me or hate me, I'm still an obsession. Anyway. Love me or hate me, I'm still an obsession. And I feel like that's kind of what your jealous hater coworkers who deserve nothing but the worst. I feel like, you know, it's like, love me or hate me, I'm still an obsession, right? Pile number 3. So let's go ahead and get into your reading. And we have the 3 of Wands on the bottom of the deck, okay? So I just feel like you're just getting started, pile number 3, you know, with whatever it is that you're doing. It's like, and I feel you guys are really shaking things up with this Kali energy coming through at the beginning. And I feel like you're not afraid to like take on the competition. I feel like you're not afraid to make some waves, okay? And I feel like you're very like forward ways, or you're very like strong ways of representing yourselves, because I feel some of you in pile number 3 are very strong personalities, and I feel like it may intimidate or wrong, you know, like rub people the wrong way, but it's not your problem. Exactly. I mean, I feel like you're I feel like you're like a nice person and a caring person, but I also feel like you give off a vibe like, don't cross me, okay? And I think you kind of make that abundantly clear, you know? And I feel like you guys are like my ride or die pile. Like if you have friends and they're good to you and you're good to them, you'll do anything to protect them. And some of you may have a friend of yours at work that's getting picked on, and you're like, oh, no, 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 no. And you're going to jump in, or you're going to do something about that, okay? Because I feel like you guys are the kind of people that would stand up to bullies, or you're the kind of people that wouldn't be afraid to say something, okay? And you're like, yeah, that's my problem. I will say something and I will do something. And, you know, I may end up getting in trouble. Or I feel like maybe you, with the 3 of Wands representing the Sun and Aries here, you may get, on this card right here on the bottom of the deck, I feel like you guys may be kind of impulsive at times too. So you may need to kind of dial it down at times as well. But I love your like spunk, pile number 3. I love your attitude. I love the tude, never change. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what we have here. Okay, we have the 9 of Wands. All right. And I'm just going to go through and get all your oracle cards out. We have new life. Yeah, I just feel like you guys are sick of like handling. There may have been a lot of people that quit with Kali here, you know, Kali representing that like death and rebirth energy. There might have been a lot of people that quit at the company, and you've been saddled with like tons of extra work and people just kind of putting things on you and putting things on you. And it's like, yeah, I'm not going to keep doing that. Okay. And, yeah, so some of you may be having a problem in general with your work right now because you feel that they're putting way too much on your shoulders, or they're wanting you to do everything. But let's go ahead and see. We have shift, new life and shift. Wow. Okay. Coming in hot with the death and rebirth energy. Pile number 3. So, you know, I feel like some of you maybe need to take a different shift at work, or maybe you're wanting, if there are different shifts available, maybe you're wanting to do another shift. You're actually wanting to change shifts or do something like that, or change your hours. And I feel like there are people that get to, it's like people, some of these people may not know how hard you work, and then they act irritated because it's like, well, why does pile number 3 get like, you know, special treatment or get whatever? And it's like, I don't think people know just how hard you had to work to get to where you are. And it's not like special treatment. It's because you've earned the right to be where you are. I feel like pile number 3, but I just feel like these people aren't really getting it. And some of you may want it to like change your shift or change when you come into work, so that you don't have to be around these irritating ass people. But anyway, let's see. I feel like you guys may be sick of people in general. Like you may just be like, I want a job where I don't have to work with anybody because I am sick and tired of it. And yeah, people always trying to give you extra work while they just skip out, or we have the Fool on the bottom of the deck while they just, you know, act like they didn't hear it, or they're just out for their own selfish interests and leave you kind of to handle everything, okay? We have here, okay, this is from the Art of War. The skillful leader subdues the enemy's troops without any fighting, okay? He captures their cities without laying siege to them. He overthrows their kingdom without any lengthy operation in the field. okay? And I feel like people get jealous of you because you can do things quickly, and you pick up on things very quickly, and you can handle a lot of different things with the Three of Wands here. And I feel like, you know, you guys do things quickly, you pick up on things quickly, you have a very high learning curve, you're able to adapt in situations and shift very easily. And I feel like you may work with some people who are not able to do that. And I feel like because of that, they feel like, oh, maybe pile number 3 is skipping out, or maybe pile number 3 doesn't have to work as hard. But it's like, no, if you just are smart about the way you do things and can get things done faster than them, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how fast you get. If it's right and it's done well and you get it done quickly and you think of new ways, then, you know, that's you, and good for you. And I just feel like there are people that you work with that are very like frustrated because they can't really like do things like you do, or do so many things, or handle so much volume, or in a way that's very like empowering. Okay, I feel like you're very empowered at work. I also feel like you guys may suggest like new things and new ways to make it so that there's less work for everyone. And I feel like there's some fuddy-duddies or some people at your job who just don't really like anything new, and they don't really want to do anything new. But I feel like you guys have the attention of, you know, who's ever in charge, okay? And I feel like they're open to this type of innovation, okay? So, or you've got the ear of someone here. So I feel like you guys are able to move forward with your plans, or your ideas catch fire and people like really kind of run with it, all right? And I feel like some people are resentful towards you because of that. And it's like, bitch, I just helped you. You know what I'm saying? You're like, I just helped you. I just did something nice for you. I just gave you like, you know, I just helped you out here. And I feel like you guys are like, yeah, I'm out on the fringes, like doing it first, or trying things first, or doing things first. And, you know, why does everybody like, you know, or why do these certain people like have such a huge problem with that? And it's because they're jealous, you know. Pile number 3, not everybody has, you know, the guts or the balls or the drive or the intelligence to kind of be out there on the forefront like that, taking the lead. And what else does it say here? It says the best way to win is not to fight. Interesting. And on this Kali card, it says love. So that's very interesting. The best way to win is not to fight. Differences of opinion are part of life, okay? So it looks like with the 9 of Wands and the 3 of Wands, we have two people disagreeing about how something should be done or how something should be carried on. Discussion conducted with reason and respect can lead to understanding and compromise. Okay, and I feel like that's what you guys would like to do. But angry arguments in which things are said that cannot be taken back rarely conclude satisfactorily, and often lead to further issues down the line. Okay, and so it's like maybe there is a need to stop pushing back or stop trying to convince these people, pile number 3, because it may just be irritating the situation. And maybe it is time for like a new perspective shift and for a new way for you to see the situation, where it's like, I'm not going to keep like pushing on something. I'm not going to keep like going and going. I'm going to go my own way. I'm just going to do my own thing then. And, you know, so it says, but angry arguments in which things that are said that cannot be taken back rarely conclude. And I talked about how you guys like aren't afraid to say something, right, earlier, but often lead to further issues down the line. If you want to get your point across, be calm, be respectful, and be polite, okay? And, you know, I mean, at the same time, pile number 3, I feel like these people are really testing your patience. I am getting that vibe, because it's like, yeah, I already explained to them 4,575 times. So I'm kind of like over it at this point. And if that's the case, pile number 3, I don't really blame you. Like, just move on with your day or move on with your life, okay? And We have here the 6th house and routine. Yeah, some people just like, I feel like you guys are saying, yeah, I need a new routine. I need like a new, you guys, some of you guys may be sick of your job because, you know, the 6th house can be where we perform like menial work that is not really like what we want to be doing. And yeah, so I feel like some of you guys could be saying, you know, I really just want to shift what I'm working on. I really don't want to, really want to go do my own thing. Or maybe you want to be given your own department, or maybe you just want to be, you know, like doing your own thing. Okay. And you are like, I'm not really going to do what I was doing before. Okay. And you might have been getting up in a face or two, or you might have been laying it down, or you might have had some fights with some people, or some certain things were said or whatever. But at the end of the day, I feel like you guys are like, fuck it, I'm just going to change my routine. I'm just going to like go do my thing. If these people don't really want to like do anything or compromise, I'm just not going to waste my breath anymore. Okay. Because I feel like with the 6th house is where things really start like stressing us out, you know, and it's like, I need to change my perspective because these people are trying my patience. Okay. We have Vesta and Hearth here, Hearth and home. So you guys may need to like take some time off, I feel, pile number 3, and maybe spend some time like with your family, or spend some time at home. Or maybe you guys would like to find a job where you work at home and it's a little less with everybody, you know, it's a little less dependent on everyone else. I feel like some of you are kind of wanting to be either working independently or like doing your own thing. And maybe some of you are wanting to start your own business, or wanting to start a side hustle, or do something from your home. But I just feel like at this point, like, you know, it's been a huge test of your patience, I feel. But at the same time, I feel like you don't need to keep going to bat for people that don't really like care, you know? And I feel like, as there's an old quote that says, do not cast your pearl before swine. Okay. And I'm really feeling it in your guys' pile, because it's like, yeah, I think we need a shift here, maybe a shift here in the way that you're handling this situation. And I think it'll get a lot better for you, because I do feel it has been irritating you a lot, pile number 3, and it has been stressing you out a lot. And with the 6th house here, like dealing with other people's problems, trying to fix things, trying to do things. And it's like, at this point, it's kind of like, why bother, you know? And it's not that you're not a team player. It's not that you don't want to help. It's just, I feel you guys have to focus on your own thing. And maybe some of you have like your own agendas, or have your own things you want to pursue at this point, which is cool with me, pile number 3. We have trine and sextile symbiosis. So this is like where we're around people that just like get us and we get them. And I do feel you guys have the ability to like, maybe if you go work a different shift, or maybe some of you here are wanting to change your routine, or I feel you're gonna find a lot more chill, and you're gonna find a lot more like comfort. And I also feel some of you here are gonna make some really like chill friends that you can feel like, you know, at home with, where you're like, yeah, like we get each other's perspective, we've got each other's back. I do feel there's gonna be people that are gonna be like very open to your message, or very like into what you're doing. And that you're gonna get along with them really, really well. These people that you've currently been dealing with may not be the people that you're gonna end up like really vibing with, is what I'm getting, pile number 3. And some of you may be thinking, yeah, I just wanna like, I just want things to be easier. I don't wanna have to keep pushing so hard when these other people aren't really trying, or they're not really listening. Okay, and some of you could be trying to get like management, etc., to kind of like listen to your feedback, and you know, and you have every right to be saying what you're saying. Some of you may be very overworked. You, like I said, you may need some time off to chill and to take some time away from your routine or to switch up your routine. And some of you here may be looking for a different job as well on top of things, or wanting to do your own thing. All right, we have here the taming power of the small. And I feel like this is kind of, I feel like you guys don't really like to play small. The Nine of Wands represents the moon in Sagittarius, okay? So, you know, the moon in Sagittarius is very like exploratory. You know, it's very much like a big energy, and it's not really like a play it small type of energy. And I feel some of you may be thinking that you're kind of like running into a brick wall where you're at, and that you're kind of like playing it very small. You may be kind of a big fish in a small pond, and your ideas are just not getting across, or people aren't considering them, because some people like are just in an organization that's very old and slow, you know? And they're not like, some organizations are just not open. They're not really open to like progressive change, you know? And I feel like you guys are like, you know, why do you guys still do it this way? Like if you did it this way, like things could be so much better, things could be so much easier. And I just feel like you guys are ultimately probably going to lose interest in where you're at right now. And I feel like there are personalities that work at this company that don't really like, you know, appreciate somebody coming in and kind of like mixing things up and changing things. And I feel like you're one of those people that when you come in, you mix things up and you change things and you bring different energies in. And I feel like some of these people just get used to the same thing every day. But I kind of feel like by staying at this place that you're at, pile number 3, you may be feeling like you're playing it small, or you're playing it too safe, or this isn't just a company that like really resonates with you. Okay, so I feel some of you may actually end up leaving it at some point here. And we have, you know, the taming power of the small. Okay, and I'm all for self-restraint and self-sufficiency. But I also just feel like you may need to restrain yourself from helping or suggesting or doing things like that, because these people have to learn how to be self-sufficient on their own. And they need to just rely on their own resourcefulness. And I feel like you guys are very self-sufficient. You're very resourceful, and you don't let minor issues that come up like completely destroy what you're doing. Like you're able to tackle issues, where I feel like some of these other people are like very sensitive, and they don't have a lot of resilience or staying power, and they're also not very adaptable. And you know, the Nine of Wands in the tarot is the Lord of great strength. So it's like, and the moon in Sagittarius is mutable. It's very variable. So it's like, I can change, I can grow, I can be resilient, I can push through the changes. I can see like how things could be better, but it's like, yeah, these people aren't really buying what I'm selling, and I think I may want to like do something else. Okay. Because, and I feel you guys are very self-sufficient. And you may need to work on the self-restraint part a little bit, which is fine. And that's okay, in time, in due time, pile number 3. But I just feel like, you know, the self-sufficiency, the resourcefulness, you're very adaptable. I feel a lot of you could work on your own or have your own business as well, okay? And you may actually get to that point. And maybe this, like with the 6th house here, this job is just like a job that you have in order to kind of get to the point where you need to get, okay? So just, I would also say with the 9 of Wands, keep the big picture in mind. With the moon in Sagittarius, 9 of Wands, keep the big picture in mind. Keep a fresh perspective and see it from a big perspective, and try not to let your ego get too involved in it, and you know, have a low distraction, have a low threshold for getting distracted from what you want to do, okay? Have a low threshold for people distracting you, all right? Now, let's go ahead and see. Let's get some initials. So we have an A here, okay, first letter out. We have a B, A-B. We have an E, bay, all right? I feel some of you guys could have a nice thing going on at home. Maybe you just, you know, gussied up your home, or your home is looking good, or you got a cute, you know, sexy partner who is like, hey, I'm coming home, honey, and let's make out, or something like that. Maybe some of you got a bae in your life, or you're the bae, all right? You're bae, pile number three, you're the bae. Beat, okay. Yeah, I mean, these people need to take a beat, and maybe you're like, you know what? I need to take a beat too. I need to just walk away from this stuff, all right? We have a bet here. If I was a betting person, I'd say that pile number 3 may end up leaving this job, okay? Anyway, yeah, we have tab here too. We have an M, bam, okay? We have eat and meat. Someone who likes to eat the meat, beat meat. Beat the meat, eat the meat. It's all kinds of meats going on here. We have May, M-A-E, okay? We have the letter O, boom, boom. We also have mom here, M-O-M, okay? So maybe some of you, you know, have an ultra sassy mom. That's where you get it from, okay? But anyway, we have here, you're the bomb, pile number 3, and I think you know that. And some people are just have, you know, a taste and a thrill for mediocrity. I just think you don't really have the same taste or thrill for mediocrity. So, you know, we also, look, if we had a Y here, we'd have obey, and there could be something coming through like obey mom. Okay, maybe some of you here are mothers and your kids have been really out of whack lately, but I feel if we had an N here, we'd have Monet. Okay, you know how they say somebody looks good from afar like a Monet, but when they're up close, they're a hot mess? Maybe this whole situation is kind of like that. Like it looks good, but it actually is a hot mess once you get like fully into it. We have an L here, an L. We're just missing the V, and we'd have love. And it says love on this Kali card too. Some of you got something spicy going on, I feel like. We have M-O-L, Moll or Molly, okay? And Belle, B-E-L, Bella. Maybe some of you have a dog named Bella, or maybe your mom wanted to name you Bella, okay? Some of you here could be like good dancers, or you're able to keep a beat really well. Yeah, very interesting. I like your guys' letters. Tell all. Wow, a tell all. Maybe so you guys are like, yeah, someday I'm gonna write a tell all and like expose all these people. Or maybe you like tell alls where people just give everything. Ella Bella, okay, and Isabel or Isabella. Let's see what else here. You're like, yeah, L-O-T, lottery. You're like, yeah, I'm just gonna win the lottery. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay, we have let, L-E-T, okay. We have C. Oh, we have cattle, C-A-T-T-L-E. You know, the Nine of Wands looks like he's been out, you know, trying to, what's the word when like a shepherd tries to like gather all the cattle together? It's like herding cats or whatever. Anyway, I don't know what I'm saying. It's getting late, pile number 3, but cattle, maybe some of you came from like a farming town or a ranching town or some type of thing like that. Okay, we have table, okay? Having a seat at the table, feeling like you have a seat at the table. We have the word Tom here, okay? Cat, C-A-T, cat. Maybe some of you have a cat that's on the table, okay, or needs to get off the table. We have ABC. It's as easy as ABC, right? It's like, it's ABC, 1, 2, 3. All right, anyway, I'm not singing for you guys. We have jam, beat and jam. Yeah, you guys like to jam. Maybe you do like to play music or jam or do stuff like that. We have Joe and Tom here. okay? Yeah, we have jet. Oh, we have jet black. We're just missing the K, but maybe somebody here has jet black hair or likes like jet black hair. We have toe, black and blue toe, or somebody who has a black toe. I hope somebody doesn't have a black toe. That sounds very difficult. Anyway, we have Leah or Leah here too. We have a bore. Yeah, BROE. Like I just feel it's boring. Like, I don't know. I kind of got that vibe in all these piles. Like jealous, hater, coworkers. It's really boring at the end of the day. Because I feel like we have bore, BROE, and then more. I feel like you guys are like kind of bored with this sixth house of routine, and you are kind of like seeking more. And maybe you are like, I have been playing it a little bit small. I'm a little tired of it. I'm also seeing molars, or like somebody's molars, their teeth. Okay, so maybe someone is getting that worked on. We have Matt here. Bore. I mean, who wants to be in a place where it's like a total bore? We have a V here, a V. Elves. Elvis. Elves. Okay. TC. Maybe somebody... TC. I was going to make a joke about 420 or something. But anyway, elves. Elves. All right. And yeah. And Ram. I mentioned Aries earlier. There's the Ram. We have Rambo. 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 Rambo and elves. Okay. I'm going to get two more for you guys. I'm also seeing like realty or realtor. So somebody here could be a realtor or work in that type of an industry, or maybe you want to go work in that type of an industry and work for yourself. I could see you guys doing something like that where you can do your own thing. Here's the last three letters. We have a W here, a W, wham, bam. Maybe somebody says that a lot, wham, bam. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Anyway, and we're just missing the N, but we'd have woman. Okay, maybe somebody here loves a woman, but anyway, we also have wolves, okay? So it's like, yeah, I'm not gonna, I feel like you guys could be alone. Here's LONE, lone wolf, okay? You guys may feel like that at times. Label, LABEL, like labeled as something. Okay, I feel like that's very annoying to you guys to kind of like be labeled as something at work. And you may feel like that's what's happening. If we had an N here, we'd have Manuel or Manny as a name. Okay, and yeah, jury, there could be a jury. Maybe somebody has jury duty or works in some type of a legal capacity here. Yeah, labor, LABOR, like somebody who is just sick of like this job. I feel like you're kind of sick of it. I feel some of you may be looking for a way out. Oh my God, Bork. Anyway, where's the D? We just need a D for dork. I mean, where is it? Where's a good dork when you need one? Pile number 3. But anyway, Mork and dork. Here we have jerk. Okay, maybe it's like you jerk. Maybe somebody is telling you that you're a jerk or making you feel like you're a jerk, but somebody's acting, it's like, who's acting like the jerk here? And you're like, yeah, maybe you are acting like a jerk sometimes, but maybe it's just because you're so bored. Pile number 2. But anyway, we also have the word amber here too. And Abel or Mabel is here as well. Could be an old school name. Rebel, REBEL. I feel like you guys are very much my rebels in pile number 3, okay? And boredom is a killer for you guys. I do feel like you need to be on the move and growing and changing. And I do think a shift would be really, really nice for you guys, okay? I think it's bound to happen at some point. Here's a letter, LETTR, okay? We have, some of you may get a letter or a communication in the morning We have AM letter. So some of you may get some type of letter or communication coming up in the morning soon. Pile number 3. So my dears, I am going to go ahead and leave the reading at that. I hope you enjoyed your reading, my friends, and I hope to see you again real soon. Please let me know how you felt about the reading and if you felt that it resonated for you. Take care.